see you. Yes. It has been hot here in North Carolina, as you know. In the months of June and July, it just feels like hell just opened up. But you know what? No worries. We're still gonna have fun. Definitely. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna thank God for all our blessings. We're gonna make new friends. We're gonna eat well, because as you know on this channel, I love to cook and I love to try new things. We are very multicultural. As you might know already, I am half Jamaican, half Nigerian, and ultimately American. I've lived in the United States for over 30 years. And my husband is half Vietnamese, but he's also American. So we eat a very varied diet, and we love to try new things. So I get really excited about food. I think food is a way to bridge cultures. Food is something that brings people together. Food is something that we can all find in common, no matter our religion, our cultural upbringing, whatever. I think we all enjoy good food. So anyway, you will see in this vlog, after we pass the pool, Father's Day, the boys wanted to go to the pool, so that's what we did first. But after that, I decided that I wanted to make new friends, and the best way to make new friends, in addition to really getting to know people, is to eat and talk with them. So I think I'm gonna start a new segment I will call Chatting or Eating with Habiba. So if you live in the North Carolina Triangle region and you want to hang out with me, hey, just go ahead and leave me a comment or leave me an email or wherever. You know, you can find me on Instagram, you can find me on Facebook, you know what to do. We will eat and we will chat as long as you know how to cook. Yes. So I think that I encourage you to eat whatever you like, whenever you can. Life is short, as long as you're willing to cook it. This is the rule we have in our home. Now, the kids are always teasing me because I like sweets. I do enjoy my sweets, and I'm really trying to cut back. So now the new rule is, if you can make it, you can eat it. Because a lot of times, real food does require some preparation and does require some work. So if you're gonna put in the time to do it, then you can eat it. But anyway, I digress. So I decided that I wanted to meet this person that I had met at one of the bloggers meetings. And I thought, what better way to get to know her than to meet her in the park. We both made something. She made something at home. I made something at home. We meet up and we get to know each other. I fired a bunch of questions to her. Yeah, I think it went pretty well because we actually ended up hanging out afterwards. So anyway, watch and see. Ooh, the sun's coming up. Kareem? Kareem! All right, let's harass his brother. See, here they are trying to hold their breath. Who can hold their breath the longest? Father or son? I saw that, Ken. Who held it longest? I think Khalid did. Could you stop? I wish I could put my hand down there. Fool. Set, go.
He's doggy paddling.
I think his father's making it easy for him. That's what I think. Oh, Daddy's doing the backstroke.
slowly walking.
Come on, Kareem, you can do it. I wish I could just float, but I haven't really tried, so. What is that, Ken? What is that? That looks rude. What are you doing? So again, happy Father's Day. I just finished calling my mom to wish her a happy Father's Day, which seems like a very odd thing, but technically she has been my father and my mom since we moved to the US when I was almost 16. So for me and my siblings, mom has really been our main parent, you know, as a single mom. And I'm sure for all of you that have had single moms or raised by single moms, you can appreciate that. So yeah, I did call in, wish her happy Father's Day. But I am happy and you know, feeling blessed that my kids have both a father and a mother, because ideally I think every child deserves that. Every child deserves to be happy and have two parents. And when I say father and mother, to be honest, I mean a two-parent family home. You know, if you're in a gay relationship and you have two loving fathers, then I think that's great too, or two loving mothers. I think as long as the couple is in love and respectful of each other, then the children will benefit. I think it sucks to be in a two-family household where mom and dad or the two spouses are fighting at each other's neck, or it's in an abusive relationship. No child deserves that, even if it's in a traditional setting. You know, what's the point of having two hateful people together trying to raise a child? They don't do a good job at it. So I do believe you're better off with one loving parent, but in an ideal setting, every child would love to have two loving parents. So I don't know how I got on that subject, but happy Father's Day from my household to yours. All right, we're going, we're done. Time to cook. Isn't my chicken pretty? I'm making curry chicken. Yes, I can't wait. This reminds me of my grandmother. May she rest in peace. She used to like to make curry chicken. Of course, I put my little spin on things, but I'm sure this is going to be good. Some cabbage, steamed cabbage. Yep.
I'm glad you brought fork. I forgot that part.
It's good. Is it good? Does it need more sugar or less sugar?
No, not more sugar. I would say maybe less or perfect with a lot of ice.
Easy.
This is really good.
So Jade, tell me about Jade and Ginger.
Jade and Ginger started when my daughter was about 4 months old.
Okay.
I actually was working at I was in school and at George Mason working in the financial aid office. And a friend of mine, she was like one of my first foodie friends. And we would look at pictures of food, and this was back in 2007. And there was this website called tastespotting.com. And essentially, it was almost like an early version of Pinterest, but of food. And you have to submit the pictures. You can't just post them. And she was like, Jade, you've got to see this site. I was crazy about it. And I was like, these pictures are amazing. Like, I want to put my pictures up here of food. And I need them to see the food that I make. And she's like, I know. Like, you should put something up there. And I didn't know the first thing about really getting my food or any recipes whatsoever up on that site. And so I submitted the first thing, which was like a red velvet cupcake or something. And they denied it. They were like, no, you can't, that doesn't work. No. But they told me, they were like, first of all, you need to be shooting in macro. Second of all, essentially it's just that you need to be shooting close up on the food. But it was a particular setting on my camera. And so my friend showed me, she's like, you gotta shoot in macro, like this is the little thing. It's the little flower on your camera. So
I don't know if I have that.
I'm almost positive you do. Almost all basic cameras do. It's the flower setting right here.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen that.
Yep.
That would be to shoot food.
Yeah.
Or any still life?
Or anything that you might get a good close-up of, like flowers, which is why the flower is the icon for it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna redo this. And so then they said, yes, but you also need a blog to link this image to. So I was like, okay, I've got this amazing recipe. I need them to have it up there on their site. And so I started Jade and Ginger, and I guess I would consider professional bloggers to be the bloggers that are good at monetizing their blog.
You're making money from it.
So I would say that maybe I should say then that I'm a hobby blogger. Because I think when I'm getting really big checks for blogging, I would call that professional.
But you have to start somewhere.
True. And I've definitely, I had done it for a very long time, mainly for personal reasons, because I thought pretty much a tradition with my grandma that every Wednesday we would go to the farmers market together in LA. And there are beautiful farmers markets.
You don't think of farmers market? Well, maybe, because I guess I'm thinking LA is in city. I don't think of farms.
So, it didn't feel that way, but we consistently would go either to the farmers market, which was on Wednesdays in the Valley. We would go at the Northridge Mall. And then the other one was in Pasadena, and they had that on the weekends, and that's always beautiful. So I loved being able to do that, and I knew that there was like typically one or two we could go to on the weekends. That was not often, but almost every Wednesday that we could, I would try and go with her to the farmers market. So
do you miss anything about living in LA?
I mean, I would say it certainly feels like, you know, it's home. So when I'm there, I feel like just myself. It's just,
Are your parents still there?
My dad is there. My grandmother is there.
I'm about to mess my teeth up. I don't care.
Yay.
It's good. Did you make these?
Yes.
You did? Really?
I made them.
Wow.
I made them for you.
Wow, impressive. Favorite movie?
Yeah, I almost always answer the same way. It's Kill Bill 2.
It's a violent movie.
That's a pretty violent movie, right?
So there's this scene.
Kill Bill 2.
There's this scene in particular where Uma Thurman gets buried alive, and essentially she just claws her way out of a grave,
Right.
you know, and it's just like that determination that no matter how unrealistic it is, I
Right.
still love the scene every time. So there was like this period of time where I was like in my apartment once by myself, and I had just seen like a scary movie or something creepy, like one of those psychologically scary movies. And I was like, I'm big, I'm tough, I'm a strong girl, I'll be fine, like nobody can hurt me. And
Right.
so I like go and I like, you know, like when, in the DVDs where you could like skip to the chapters, and I would just like put that in and press play, just that one scene where she's like
So you
digging
like
her
those
way out of
badass women that can conquer it all.
So
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
you can't even bury me alive, I'll come out on top. So I think that everything about that movie, it definitely resonated
wow.
with me.
Yeah, I definitely would not have said that, but I mean, I totally understand. Yeah.
It's very hard because I think that I'm like currently I'm trying to like stay grounded myself and say, okay, Jade, like if something is bothering me, I'll say, okay, like get past this by, you know, remembering like all of the things you can be grateful for. So maybe the best advice I would give myself is to maintain that attitude of gratitude. And
Sure.
like if I'm feeling super stressed out, like
Right.
I've got like one really upsetting thing happening, then I say to myself, yeah, but look at these 10 things that I have
Right.
going on. And just doing that like as a practice, so that I think right now it seems like it's very easy for young people. I hear the word like depressed thrown around a lot.
Yeah, they use it very often, loosely.
And I'm very careful to use that word for myself, because I feel like, one, there's power in your words, but
Sure.
two, I wonder, like, are you very sad, or are you really
Right.
stressed, are you really
Right.
going through something, or are you depressed?
Right.
And I think maybe to steer clear of falling down that
Right.
hole,
Yeah, it's definitely overused.
I would try and, you know, overcome like the things
Right.
that, being realistic about like, yes, I am sad and that's okay,
Right.
but are there things that I can be grateful for in the meantime while I'm
Right.
working through these things? So
Right.
maybe
That it might be that circumstance, which is temporary.
that's
Right.
a really good way to put it.
Right. Yeah.
Not sticking to my nose when I know that I mean no.
Okay.
So if I say, no, that's a boundary for me,
Right.
that I really hold true to my boundaries. And when I know that it's something that's not going to work,
Right.
that I trust that instinct, and I
Right.
say, yeah, no matter how much I'd like for this to be a good situation for me, I know that it's time to move to the next thing, or
Right.
let that friendship go, or
Right. Right.
You
Because
know-
are you one of those people that's always trying to be nice?
I wouldn't say I try to be nice.
Or
I
do you
think
feel like people take advantage?
no. What I do think though is that I have a very set idea of the way I want things to go,
Right.
and I think that sometimes I'll bend on that just a bit, because I think, well, of course you have to compromise.
Right.
But I think overall, it's important to set realistic boundaries in the first place,
Right.
and trust yourself
Right.
when you feel like, no, that's not going to work.
And not lower your standards just for other people.
Yeah, you know, I think that one of the things that a part of my personality, I'm starting to learn this more now, is that I think it's very hard for me to let go of something, because I do have this more tenacious attitude towards
Sure.
things. So I think, well, if I let that go, then I lost.
Right.
Or if I, you know, stop being friends with that person, then
Right. I gave up.
I
on
gave
it.
up.
Right.
I quit, or
Right. And you don't want to quit.
I said I would be there, and I don't want anybody to think that I wasn't there for what I said I would be there for. So I think that that is definitely something that that's a growth thing for me.
Right. I think that it's okay if it didn't work out that way, or it's okay if they can't meet my standards. I need to do it with someone else.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that's true for work, for a recipe. I'm like, just God, if I want to know how to do something, or I want something to happen,
right, I gotta do it myself.
It's very hard for me to let go of the idea that maybe you're just not good at that.
Right.
Like, I have to know how to make. I think I mentioned this to you. Like, I have to know how to get plantains right.
Okay.
Right. So it's like I'm going to make 12 different batches of plantains,
right, so
back to back,
right,
until I get it just the way I want. So I'm using a Canon. It is a Rebel T5i, and I have a very basic lens right now. It's a 24 millimeter. It is a macro lens, actually, so it gives me the range to shoot close up, and it's not difficult for me to shoot far away, so it's a good little setup I got.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. And today I am wearing all of this color, serving you all of this summer goodness. That's what I love about summer weekends, is that, you know, you can splash on as much color as you want. Don't be afraid to put it on, you know. If they want to judge you, oh well. If they're gonna look, give them something to look at, right? So anyway, I hope you're having a good day so far, and I'm gonna go try to do something with my family. So, see you later. We are walking uphill, and this ish is brutal. Brutal. Makeup and all. Oh Lord, but no excuse. Gotta get your exercise. Trying to walk at least probably about 5 days a week, would you say? Yeah, we're walking at least 5 out of the 7 days. Whew, it is hot, but I've got some water in my bag with ice, and yeah. Say what's up, Ken.
What's up?
You know why we're walking? Because we don't want to end up here, at least not anytime soon. Not ready. Not ready. Yeah, nowadays they put pictures on these gravestones and everything. I guess it's kind of cool and weird. Anyway, I have no interest in visiting this place anytime soon. My grandma and grandpa are buried in Florida about 3 years ago now already, and I hope they're in a better place. So we decided to get on a bus instead. Just got off the bus. Right in front of the campus. We'll go exploring the campus again, maybe. Look at all these nice buildings. Don't forget, it's Men's Health Week, or Men's Health Month, actually, not Men's Health Week, Men's Health Month. So take care of your men out there. Make sure if they're over 40 that they get their prostate exams, and of course if they're 50 they get their colonoscopies.
Wait. You get your prostate exam. Does that mean?
Yes, that means somebody needs to stick their finger in his anus, correct, and feel and massage the prostate, which you have one, remember?
An anus?
An anus and the prostate. And I want to have you here for a long time. So anyway, just a little reminder, take care of the ones you love. Look at this pretty little garden beside us.
Not little.
It's a huge garden. This is the North Carolina Botanical Garden. It's about to start at UNC Chapel Hill. It's about to rain, I think. So we're gonna head back. Look how pretty it is. Look at the pathway. See that? It's a long way from home.
Actually, not really. It's about 20 minutes from home if we walked. But if we take the bus, it's about 5-10 minutes. Actually, you know, I was just thinking. I said getting your colonoscopies for your men and prostate exam, but it's more than that. Make sure they get a physical. Make sure they have their cholesterol checked. You know your LDL and your HDL and your total cholesterol. Make sure his kidney function is in the right shape, you know? So make sure your loved ones get a physical that includes maybe some blood tests and have their blood pressure checked. So all of that, not just a prostate and colonoscopy, because all the other stuff is relevant regardless of your age, at least if you're an adult.
It is starting to come down.
Okay, so here is Canton's plate. He'll have 2 plates because eating in our house is eating international. Got some southern collards, taking you to the south. We have some stew, fish, and a little bit of rice. And over here, I have the lettuce, which will get wrapped around those pancakes. And some fresh basil, fresh mint. We actually grew this outside, so this is not store-bought. This was actually grown by us. And then you kind of add the pancake. And yes, I'm using my hand. My hands are clean. He will wrap this with the lettuce leaves. I'll give him 2. I think he can handle 2. And then dip it in the sauce.
About 7:30 a.m. and we are gonna start this morning with a monumental place to eat. So we're walking over to the subway station and headed south to Lower Manhattan.
Not bad.
We ended up buying the Metro card, which is a card for the subway, and then you put credit on it. Cheap food. Eli has just sliced me a fresh piece of the corned beef.
Beautiful.
These are possibly the most beautifully exploding meat sandwiches. This is the Reuben with pastrami. The ratio of explodes with the juice, so you have to make sure you get
Homemade cookies. Chocolate chip. Had a homemade salad thanks to daughter Miriam. And let's show you the peanut dressing, homemade peanut dressing. Oh, I need to turn that off. And then we're gonna make some fried fish. Right here I have my boneless tilapia, which has been seasoned, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I dunk it in some rice flour so that I have a nice crispy crust. So so it's very seasoned. And then we're going to dunk it in the hot oil. Let's do another one. Yep, it's going to taste real good with my salad, thanks to daughter, Marie. And that peanut dressing, only you could try it. Let's see. Alright, I'll show you when we're done. Oh, I didn't show you. I can put some Thai chili peppers in it to flavor the oil. And you can also put some thyme, fresh thyme. Smells so good. Alright, ready to come out. Start with this one, nice and crispy. Got chili peppers and thyme. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Got Beyonce in the background. Alright. Let's go in there. Lay it to bed. Okay. There's my peanut dressing on the salad. Fish. Okay. Daddy's plate's ready.
So I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me and my family and meeting Jade. She was a lovely lady. Hopefully you'll see her again soon, and hopefully I get to share my eat and chat with Habiba with you and some other new friends. So I hope if you are in an area that's really hot, which is much of the US right now, that you are staying hydrated. I have my tea. Again, I love tea. This is ginger tea. And oh my God, it tastes so good. All I do is hot water, a good tea bag, and a little bit of honey or sugar. And sometimes I skip that and just drink the tea by itself with hot water. Anyway, the whole point is stay hydrated. I drink tea when it's hot, when it's cold, doesn't matter. I drink tea. I don't really drink coffee because I don't do the caffeine. So I can't wait to show you. The next video is going to be me making some Vietnamese pancakes. Yes, we are going to have some authentic Vietnamese pancakes with vegetables. And I know some of you are like, Vietnamese, you are black. I know, I'm black. But as I said, we eat a lot of multicultural food around here. So yeah, so make sure you come back to see that. And also, oh, I can't wait to show you 4th of July. 4th of July was really fun. We got to see the fireworks and yes, did a lot of cooking. It will be fun. So stay tuned for that too. And wherever you are, just remember, God loves you and it can always be worse. Yes, I understand that that doesn't always make everybody feel better in their situation. We all have struggles. We all have some adversity, but I try to focus on the blessings that I do have. It can always be worse. There are people who have so much less than you. There are people who, you know, are barely hanging on to survive. So just wherever you are, just count your blessings and pray for those who have or who are less fortunate than yourselves. And until I see you next time, take care and God bless.